I'm saying I need
That's,
everyone's goals. Okay, we know Havelox is to chase a car.
I'd
Sorry,
like to
excuse me.
find a puddle.
Ruffles. Ruffles wants to chase a car. Alright.
I
Marshall
think Havelock wants to
is.
chase the car too.
Yeah.
You actually. Didn't we discover you can run as fast as a car?
Well, yeah, at least for short distances.
Alright, Ruffles wants to chase a car. We got Marshall who wants to find a puddle. Uh, Prince, how are you doing today? What is your goals for the day?
Same thing every day. To find food and take an extremely long nap.
Alright, alright. Eat and nap. These all seem like reasonable goals.
Dreams crushed within the first 5 minutes.
Well, you're gonna have to put a little work into finding food. It's not just laying around everywhere. Okay.
This is when we start planning our raid on a stuffer shack.
I'm open to all possibilities for dog stuff. All right, we will start with Marshall and Prince. Marshall, if you would like to describe yourself in your dog form, please do.
Okay. I am a German Shepherd, an adult German Shepherd, male, and I can't remember if I went with. Yes, I am a white albino German Shepherd.
Oh, so you got the red
Nice
eyes
and healthy.
everything. Okay, good.
Yeah, nice and healthy. Yeah, that's me.
You're nice and
Pretty
healthy.
happy.
Do you have an owner? Do you
Um,
have a
no,
pet?
do I?
I don't know. Do
I
you?
don't think so.
Okay.
No, I am owned by no man, but I like men. They are fun to play with, and sometimes they are nice. Sometimes they're mean, but mostly they're nice, and that's good.
Okay, excellent, excellent.
Probably from like a nice neighborhood, so people are more generous.
Yes, well, currently you live in kind of the northern Bellevue area, kind of the Kirkland area, thereabouts. It's a nice middle lifestyle. There's some parks around here with small critters in them. And there are people, especially in the park, who will feed you sometimes, and you're able to keep up your current lifestyle. And perhaps fetch a ball once in a while. Ruben, excuse me, I can't say that. Prince, do tell us about what you look like and, just how your life has been lately and in general.
So, I am not a very big dog. I probably come up to just around above your knee, and I am white, except for my brown ear, and I have a few brown spots. And spend most of my days uh, scrounging through trash and hunting down alleys and looking for food and scaring off cats because it's funny. And when I get bored, I roll back around to the box that apparently has not moved in a very long time, but it's nice and warm in the box, so I sleep in the box a lot.
What is your what kind of material is your box made out of?
It's not as flimsy as cardboard, and it's not metal. It's probably wood.
Okay. Type of what's your general breed? Are you more of a terrier? Are you a shepherd?
Pitbull.
Mostly pitbull. Alright. This is not very pitbull-like, but this is now the new icon I'm going to give you because you are white, amongst other things. You are white and brown, and that's closer than the black icon I had previously given you.
I based it off my other dogs.
Gotcha. Do you have an owner? Do you live free in the area with the pack and whatnot? Yeah, with Marshall.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. All right. Ruffles. Do tell us about Ruffles.
All right. Well, Ruffles is a male chocolate lab, a little bit less than a year, so probably around 50 pounds, maybe like 25 kilos. or excuse me, kilograms. He's not just a real big dog, but a little bit of heft. He is owned. I mean, he has a human. Human is he's been trained quite a bit. Used to take him for a lot of walks and a lot of runs and jogging, but here over the past few weeks, that hasn't happened as much. The human's been kind of in his own apartment, is not leaving much, and so Ruffles has been playing with the little girl next door more. The little human will come over and pet him and feed him and walk with him down to the park. So he will go kind of out and about with her, and then whenever the human leaves, he finds a way usually to try to slip out and then to go run around the park and go find the other dogs and kind of see world outside of his little apartment.
All right. So for Marshall and Prince, there is another member of your General Scruffle. He is a large dog. Looks to be perhaps a Rottweiler mix, or maybe some terrier breed. He is, or sorry, not terrier, more of a Mastiff breed, some mixture there. He's very clearly a mutt. He is mostly black, and he has been, so far, despite sheer strength, he's been the pack leader. Though some of you may be convinced that you might be smarter than him, and he's been quite well. He doesn't seem to be as friendly as perhaps the two of you are when you're in and around the park, but he is very watchful, and so far has led you correct or nice. I believe neither of you consider yourself alpha males, so perhaps you have not yet tried to challenge him, or if you did once, you've just accepted now that he won and you're done with that, and you know your own hierarchy. There are some other dogs that come and go in general, but so far the three of you are the ones who've remained consistent. You've not yet been eaten by anything like the poor little beagle who was devoured by devil rats last week. You have managed to survive, being the dogs that you are. You are familiar with the small human and Ruffles, as often they will come down to the park, and the small human child, with her black hair and her gray outfit, will often feed you treats when she comes. Today is the day where it seems like she should be coming. She normally comes on a schedule, and now is about that time that she usually will arrive. So you're waiting probably for her. What else is going on in the park? There is some kids playing on playground equipment. There's a human lounging around on one of the tables. There is another group of humans who are eating a small meal. And yeah, what do you want to do? Is there anything you were what are you were looking for? You had some goals here. Let's see. Marshall, would you like to try to find a puddle?
I mean, has it been raining?
Oh, of course, absolutely. It's not
Alright.
raining today, but it was raining last night.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, that's usually the best time to come to the park anyways. So, definitely snoop around a little bit. Probably in the area near the playground.
Okay.
Because I know that they use something different over there. So, the water tends to stick around longer.
Alright. Go ahead and give me a perception check. You'll get the +2 for your smell as you are sniffing around for water. Prince, why don't you also give me a perception check with your +2 to test the air, see if you can find anything edible while you follow Marshall around. Alright, perfect.
Seem like highly above average rolls.
Yeah, no, 5 and a 6, perfect. But you only get to keep 4 based on your mental stats. It's fine. Marshall, you begin sniffing around looking for puddles of water, and you decide to head toward the playground equipment. And sure enough, toward the playground equipment, you find a small puddle of water. It is very muddy. There is currently a small human that seems to be playing in it, and it looks at you as you approach.
I'll stop immediately with like one paw in the air and just look back at it.
It's a small male child of some sort. Was sitting there like hitting the water with a stick, and now it's got its eyes on you.
Alright, does it look like it's gonna hit me with the stick?
Not currently. It still has the stick in hand, but is not
Alright,
wielding it at you yet.
I'll take 2 steps forward and look at the pond and then back at the child.
Okay. It
Does he look like he wants to hit me up?
it looks like it's caught in that moment of fight or flight, and as you slowly approach, it does get sort of a wicked grin to its face.
I wanna crouch down so that I'm on my belly, and I want to slowly crawl towards the puddle.
Okay. You crouch
And I want to do it in a manner that implies to not hit me with a stick.
Alright. Take a submissive posture on your belly and begin crawling toward the puddle. The child looks around at the ground and then hits the puddle again with the water. And it's like, let's see, or with the stick. He's hitting the puddle with the stick, and he's trying to like splash water in your direction.
I want to try to catch one of the droplets
Alright.
in my mouth.
Roll your edge. You got 3 dice.
Alright, is that that's not up here. Alright,
I don't have
let's
any
do it.
numbers for that. You just throw it. No, no, but you do catch a puddle or some water in your eye, and it stings as it's that acid rain.
Oh, I kind of like wince for a second, but then like try to like shake to get out of my eye,
And you
and then crouch down, get ready for another one.
start shaking your head, trying to get the acid rain out of your eye. And when it does, go ahead and give me a defense check and a
Oh, no.
-2.
Do I put the minus for this modifier?
Yes, do a -2.
Alright.
Yeah, baby.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get that rolled right. 3 to dodge. What am I dodging?
A rock comes flying at you and kind of just hits your flank a
Jesus.
little bit. Not enough to hurt, but it startles you for a moment as you realize the child is now flinging rocks at you.
Alright, I'm bailing. I'm gonna bark. I'm gonna like bark at him, and then turn and run.
Oh, you want to do an intimidating bark, or you just voicing your displeasure?
I just said "F you, kid," and then
Roll your
Get out of there.
intimidation.
intimidation. 2 hits.
Oh,
I have a better
right.
social limit than a mental limit.
You do have a higher social limit than a mental limit. Yes, you have 3 charisma. All right. As you turn and bark at the child turns and runs and starts yelling something very loudly while running toward a larger human.
Nope, that's scary. Running.
You ran away. Okay. Meanwhile, on your quest for food and a nap, good prince, sir, you start to smell something. Let me grab something here. Oh,
Is
let me
it
think
tasty smells?
No, there's definitely the smell of garbage. How do you feel
So
about
definitely tasty smells.
garbage? Alright. So I can't do my rolls right. Alright, so you start going toward a very large can of overflowing garbage. You do smell something. It smells warm. It smells salty and full of flavor. Your mouth just starts salivating as you move toward the the trash can. It is a bit taller than you, but you think if you either try to knock it over or sorry, it's not knocked over. It's one of those like bolted into the ground. But if you got up in your hind legs and tried to reach into it, you could do that. You might be able to also get the bag from the side and try to rip it open. manner of
I'm gonna try and rip it open like it's a pinata.
Alright. Go ahead and give me that unarmed combat. 10 dice, I believe. Nope, I believe it's 8 dice. Either way, if you click on your token, it says bite/claw. That's it. Ooh, that is excellent. What would that be? 8 damage? Yeah, I believe so. Alright, let's see how well it does.
Take that, garbage can.
You got the can and start biting at it. You manage to get like a big hole in the side, and you hear it kind of tear apart, and you start like riffling through the thing. Give me a general perception check at a -4 to find the tasty thing. I guess you could use your nose actually. So you could have done just a -2 to offset your nose specialization. Alright, the bottom of the bag is full of rotted materials. You're having trouble sniffing out the delicious things that's inside. Alright, and alright. And as you are ruffling around in there, go ahead and give me a surprise check. It's your reaction plus your intuition. Which I don't have a macro for. You have to do it yourself. It is 8 dice actually for a dog. You have really good reaction intuition.
You could just click defense too, right?
Oh yeah, you could just click defense. Your threshold's 3. That's a good point. See if you're surprised.
Oh, yes, I.
You were so surprised. Alright, I need you to soak 5p as a rat has grabbed hold of you and it's holding on tightly to your nose. It is a large, vicious looking creature. It's mostly naked and it's got spines.
Wait, what article of clothing is the rat wearing?
The rat's not wearing clothing, why?
You said it was mostly naked. Does it have, like,
It has
socks
no-
on still?
Damn it, Stuart! Why are you so mean?
It has no fur.
Oh, fur. Okay, yeah, that's really naked.
No, I say we have I say it has socks.
Okay,
Would you like
now-
to split a popcorn?
Now it has socks. Yes, if you would like it to have socks, it now has socks.
I don't think your macro worked.
My macro did not work. Oh yeah, it doesn't account for just rolling body, so that's the problem.
Okay.
You just roll 4 dice.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah, it doesn't like that there's no armor. It's like, I can't do this.
Damn it, that should have been my goal, was get critter armor.
I need a gun.
You need a gun now. You're not a shark. You don't have that kind of capability. That's not what this is.
Right.
Customized grip that lets me bite down and shoot it.
You will take 5 damage unless you want to edge that roll.
Yeah, I probably should, huh?
You're about to lose a chunk of your
Just
nose.
Quick cameo from Prince there on the dog adventure. It's alright, the bitches totally dig scars.
Jesus.
Alright, you still lost like a good half of your nose there as you take 4 physical damage. That has to hurt.
Today is not going well. Only one of us food.
What do you want to do now? As the rat has bitten you. His whole...
I'm going to whimper / scream and run the hell away, because I'm going to need to find backup.
You run away. Your delicious prize unclaimed. As the devil rat has bested you.
Do we just like round a corner and run into each other, running away from our individual problem?
Pretty much. You could circle each other and bark, trying to explain what has happened to you.
Now, say, how does this work? Do I just say wolf, or do I say words that mean things to us humans playing dog?
That's a good question. How are you more of a wolf dog? Do you prefer to bark? What do you think your voice sounds like in your dog form?
Yeah, it's definitely a wolf.
A deep wolf. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got some depth to it.
What about Prince? Is it more
Comes
of a
from the
bark?
chest.
Do you have like the ar 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 ar? Like what's your?
Yeah, get philosophical about your bark here. Get deep, get deep.
Yeah, we need to know.
I was
We're
just trying
asking
best
questions.
I was just trying best to describe it, you jerk. However you want to play it, I guess.
No, it's up to you. I need you to describe your dog to me. We gotta.
I
What
can't think of what the sound would be like right
There
now.
could be
Just
like
Wait, you said you scampered, right? You scampered away. Is that
I,
what those the
I
words you said?
ran looking for backup.
Oh, okay. I
'cause I
thought you
want-
used the word scampered.
No, I want the tasty, but I know I must run, for I am in trouble.
I mean, you could do a higher pitch like ar, 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 ar. You could do a lower like woof, which just sounds like martial arts. You could do a very gruff like. All
No, it would probably be higher pitched because I'm smaller.
right. You do a little more of the art. That's fair. Okay. So you guys round the
Never
corner.
pegged you for an ARF guy, but that's fine.
Yeah. We got a wolf, we have an arf. We'll figure out what Ruffle is here in a minute. So as you guys round the corner and begin barking at each other to try to, in your own dog language, reason with each other about what just happened. Along you see the small human and Ruffles is coming, the chocolate lab, on a leash. You guys aren't on leashes. You don't have any signs of collars. Ruffles there is on a leash. The small human holding it on the other end.
Yeah, like start to calm down after bumping into Prince. Like look back a couple of times, to make sure there's no rocks coming our way, and then like look over his shoulder, make sure there's not any rats with socks coming his way.
Dog
like-
brain. It's not fur. It's just socks.
Right. Notice that you've got like a big chunk of your nose missing. Probably like hit it with my paw to see if it hurts.
Oh, that hurts. Yeah.
At which point I'd be whimpering, be like, "You're an asshole."
Just bark at you and start to trot towards the leashed dog. Oh wait, no. We're supposed to look around first. Do we see the alpha guy here? I forgot his name.
Yes. Corso is standing at the edge of the park, staring at the little girl coming. He's got his head down. Semi-aggressive gesture, but he's not.
Are we gonna jump this bitch?
I don't know. What do you think?
I'm gonna follow his lead.
Ruffles, what are your feelings walking toward these other dogs?
So at first, Ruffles is probably like the walking is probably not a steady pace. It's walk a little bit, stop and smell things. Walk a little bit, stop and smell something on the other side of the road. Walk a little bit, kind of this stop and go kind of motion. I'm assuming that Ruffles would first wag his tail at the other dogs, but if he notices any aggressive posture, he's going to his hackles will start raising.
All right. Yeah, and the small human,
Stare him down.
you are probably near the same size as her, so it's easy to drag her around to where you would like to go.
Ooh, interesting smell. And dogs.
And dogs. Yeah. What's Prince doing? What's your overall? How do you feel about the small girl that will sometimes feed you tasty treats?
I would be quite happy to see her, and I would immediately forget about said tasty treat that was in the trash can full of devil rats. And as the story, every time I tell it to another dog, there seems to be more and more devil rats in the trash can. Oh,
All right, perfect. Well, let's see what Corso's attitude toward this small girl is, who may have never fed him before. He's not as friendly. Let's see if he can keep his composure. Alright, he starts to kind of growl a little bit low, and then his ruffles meets his growl. Corso kind of backs down, stops growling, and stands up straighter, and seems to be perceiving the area around. And Emily, you don't know her name, the small human smiles excitably and sees all of you and starts kind of probably being led by Ruffles and starts kind of running over to greet you. She pulls around her pack and immediately pulls out a tasty soy burger, just freshly gotten from McHugh's. You guys can smell how warm it is and that full of meaty-like flavor.
Mm.
And if she bothers to look at me, she will see drool coming off of my lips and landing on the ground as I stare at her.
Alright, perfect. She will pull a piece apart and throw it to you.
Hell yeah! Went from terrible to awesome day.
Ruffles immediately sits after he sees Emily toss the food over, and his tail wagging excitedly enough that his back half is like kind of scooting across the concrete.
She also will take the other half of the burger and throw it over to Marshall's direction.
Yeah, I'll like let it like I'll act as if I was gonna catch it, but then like have that flashback to the raindrop and kind of like shriek back just a little bit to let it like land on the floor, and then just try to go for the dark piece that bounced out of the middle.
Yeah, as it lands on the floor, Corso immediately jumps into it and grabs it and wolfs it down. You just stare at him as you have lost your piece of tasty food stuff.
Yeah, like slightly wave a paw in his direction as if that means something, but otherwise just watch him do it, and then look back at the girl.
Emily will pull out yet another one, and she'll tear it in threes this time. This time she throws it kind of far for Corso, so that he runs off and gets it that way. And then she throws one to Marshall, and then another to Prince. And while you're devouring yours, she starts hand feeding Ruffles French fries.
Well, I mean, those don't look like what I'm eating. I wonder if those are good.
Okay, as you sit there and stare at her, seeing those that she keeps feeding.
Get like a little bit closer each time another fry goes into Ruffles' mouth.
Oh, I've smelled those in trashes before. I guarantee those are tasty. I'm gonna get closer.
Yeah, and Ruffles is like, after eating the French fries, goes back and like licks her fingers as she's getting more French fries out of the thing.
Your licking her fingers causes her to drop them, and they go everywhere.
Mine.
Dibs.
Scrabble.
Give me just a straight reaction test to see who goes first. You guys have 4 reactions. Marshall got a 1. Oh, Ruffles is on the fly with a 3.
It's my fries.
Yeah,
They
so you weren't even just licking. Probably as she starts to drop them, you just bite the bag and get like most of them in your mouth. And as the other ones dribble out, Marshall and Prince run in and start, grabbing the rest of them and wolfing them down. This Ruffle is the victor of the French fries.
We gotta go fast because I imagine Corso's on his way.
Yeah, no, he's already back and like trying to like push you guys aside to get at them, but then he looks up and sees Emily and kind of backs up, growling a little bit. Like he seems like he's very anti-human, other than when food is around. She'll kind of take a little bit of step back when he growls at her, and
Ruffles will immediately interpose himself between Emily and Corso with a growl. He's been trained to be pretty protective, so there's
right.
no other option for him.
What is Ruffles' trick? Do you have a, it's guard? Is that the?
Yes. Well, he has 4 tricks. He's got bodyguarding, armor use, tracking, and companion.
Alright, so bodyguarding was the one I wanted. So yeah, you put yourself between your human and this large growling dog. Emily pulls around her back, and she's like fishing in it, looking for more treats. I'm sure you guys are all staring up at her expectantly. She's trying to grab some more foodstuffs. And I need you guys to roll reaction plus intuition. Alright, it looks like everyone is surprised. I need Prince's reaction intuition. You control your defense. Everyone is surprised. Alright. As this very humanoid creature, kind of naked looking creature with wings, swoops down and grabs hold of Emily's backpack and tries to pull her off the ground. It's got wings and is flying. It's kind of humanish in the torso and face, but it's got really, really sharp teeth, and it's got these bird-like feet, like a bird of prey, and it just flies in and grabs her and tries to start lifting her up, and she's shocked and starts screaming.
How big is this?
It is about 1.2 meters. It's about 40 kilos.
Seems large.
It is a largish creature. It's a little bit bigger than Emily. Seems to be a somewhat strong creature.
I'm going to intimidating bark, if you would allow it.
All
For
right.
he just flew off with my meal.
This is perfect. This is the creature.
So scary.
Wow.
Alright, you try to intimidatingly bark at it. And it just sort of screeches back at you. And I am going to try to do a lift and carry. See if it can get off the ground with Emily. Yep, it manages to like bird-like prey, like hooks into her backpack and starts trying to fly up, trying to pull her away as it flaps its large wings, and she's screaming and like hitting it at it with her hands.
I mean, is it too high up to make like an aggressive action against it?
No, it's currently only a few meters off the ground, or about a meter or so off the ground. So it's swooped in to try to get a hold of her.
Oh, well, what's Ruffles doing? Yeah,
Ruffles is jumping at this thing. There's no hesitation at this.
Okay.
I wanna try to
let's see.
teamwork him if I can.
All right, let's roll initiative. Might as well try some dog initiative.
Oh, we have to put in our dice.
8
Oh.
plus 1d6.
It should just be one, did it not do the Oh yeah, I bet that was the case. You have to, I forget when I set these things up, you have to enter something in the fields or it doesn't recognize it at all, so.
Yeah, I think this is just your normal initiative macro, not like something from the sheets, like the little
Oh.
button at the top.
Yes, I didn't use the one from the sheets, just in case you guys wanted to blitz or anything like that. That's why. Oh, alright, well, I believe Prince will go first, actually. You tried to do an intimidating roar. It just kind of made this horrible and like screeched back at you. What do you want to do, Prince?
I guess I'm going to try and bite at it, because it did not seem very scared by my barking, even though it was absolutely terrifying.
Alright, try to bite at it. Alright, so let me give it a defense roll. What is its defense? It's got 7. Alright. You try to jump and bite at it, but it's actually kind of tall and it's pulling her up and you're short and you kind of jump and miss as you're trying to get a hold of its wings and you just come away with a mouthful of feathers.
This is not tasty at all. This is bullshit.
Alright. Well, it's got one claw at Emily and it starts to like kind of try to pull her up. It is going to do a claw attack on her. Ooh, she is bleeding in one shoulder as its claws just sink into her and blood just starts to drip down her body. As it she clearly gets like a good hold of her. It looks like it's going to be Marshall next.
All right. I believe what the action's called is just a teamwork attack, essentially, for Ruffles.
You can do that. You can roll up your unarmed combat, good sir.
Is that in this list? Oh, Bite Claws.
Bite Claw is your unarmed combat.
All right, so that's 2 dice. Does that still get defended against?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. No. I'm gonna say no. I think it's just like a normal.
It is still defended against, but it's only defended against with intuition.
Oh.
It's melee teamwork page 188 of the core rulebook.
Thank you, sir. Excellent. You've come prepared. Just intuition, you say.
Mm-hmm.
I was busy making maps and didn't fail to look up my rules, so thank you. Ooh, okay. So you got 2 hits on 3 dice. It's beating your intuition. That's weird. Let me double check something. I mean, just pulled up my charts and modifiers as well for later. Ruffles, what do you want to do? You have a free action if you'd like to do anything else, Marshall.
Nah. Well, I mean, yeah, no. I don't have anything left for free action.
Alright. Ruffles, what do you want to do?
Oh, Ruffles is going after this son of a bitch. After there's blood in the air, he's got to freak it out. And I'm going to spend a point of edge. Reroll failures on that.
One thing that we are forgetting is you can all, all of you could have gotten teamwork test of +1, as you were all in melee with each other. So don't forget your melee bonus.
Oh, for friends in melee?
For friends in melee, yes. You have friends in melee as your pack.
Well, I have a -1, so it balances out.
Perfect.
Alright, I'll stick on 5.
Marshall, you can roll your extra 1 if you would like. It may have made a difference. Okay. Alright, you're gonna
Nope, no difference.
You're gonna stick on 5. Let's see, it has been attacked twice before. So let me see what we've got here. Ooh, alright, you get 3 net hits to Ruffles. Or no, you get...
Oh, you got 4 net hits, I believe.
net hits.
Yeah, and it's base 5p, so that is 9p. As he goes for the jugular.
9p. Okay. Ooh, alright. It only got 2 hits. That would be 7p. Oh, this thing is very hurt. You've got a hold of it. You pulled out a giant chunk of its feather. You've actually got its other foot in your mouth, and you're like pulling down on it, just like shaking your head and roar, as dogs do. Well played, sir. Alright. Prince, what would you like to do?
Is there a way I can encourage him to do better, or should I intimidate? Because I don't think there's anything for me to bite with Emily in one claw and him hanging out the other one.
You can try to go for some feathers. You want to try to rip at its wings. Otherwise, you can do an intimidation check. That is a skill you have. You can bark. Very intimidating.
Let's be scary.
be scary. I should look at social modifiers. I believe you outnumber him, so I think you get a +1 for that, at least.
Oh, then I should. I got 1 success.
Let's see, did it do the math right there? I think it's 7 minus 2 minus 1.
Yeah, because my wound modifier from the rat. But then you said +1 because we outnumber him, so.
Yeah, but you put in a -1. So it was, you only rolled 5 dice. You should have rolled. Is that right? You should roll 6 dice. No, yeah, 6 dice. So roll 1 more dice. Alright, it's okay. Let's see how it does. It has got some wound modifiers itself. And it's only got 1 dice. Ooh, it's too bleeding and distracted. It just just claws back at you as this harpy just digs its claws in a little bit deeper. It seems distracted by you. Let's see what it's going to do. It is going to disengage and let the girl go. This is clearly a loss, and it is going to try to start flying away. That will be its turn. Marshall, what would you like to do?
It's out of range now?
Not yet. No. It's just started flapping. It's disengaged from Emily. It's let her go, and it's flapping its wings, trying to get away, get Ruffles off.
All right. Yeah, I guess I'll try to bite down on it, because it was mean.
All right, go ahead and try to bite down on it. Don't forget your +1 for friends in melee.
2 hits.
All right, it's got I think 4 dice now. You tied it. You managed to get a hold of some feathers and start pulling them out as it begins to flap and take off. Getting out of your way as it does, it starts flying off into the night. Or the day. I don't know what time of day is. We didn't cover the actual time. It's in the afternoon. So it's flying away. You've successfully defended Emily from the harpy. The little girl's like out of breath and she's holding her shoulder. She's got blood dripping down it still, and she's crying now, sobbing really. And you guys stand there.
Ruffles will go over and try to start licking her face and try to console her a little bit, see if she's okay.
Dog first aid.
Dog first aid.
All I can do.
Alright, start trying to lick her face.
I started looking around, like, are there no humans around? Like the ones that are big and like they have things?
Yes. You see several people seem startled by this event and are yelling. One person is filming it with their camera because that's what you do when you have constant access, right? No. A man standing at a food cart appears to be approaching.
And what's Corso doing?
He has kind of fled the scene. He's standing far back, just kind of watching events from a distance. It seems that he knows that humans are coming and has decided to vacate this area.
Yeah, I'm gonna bark at Ruffles, but then do the same thing. The bark is not like aggressive. It's just the acknowledgement that you exist.
He'll kind of give a return bark before kind of going back to Emily, returning his focus there.
All right. What is Prince doing?
Does the food cart guy look like he has food?
No, he does not. He's wearing an apron. He's a large, chubby man. He is he still has like his tongs in hand. He has in the other hand seems to be one of those. How do I describe it in dog terms? One of those devices that tends to make a lot of noise, and you've seen it hurt your friends before.
Well, does he look like he's coming to threaten us then?
He does.
Oh wait, no, you said whatever you said that whatever he owns has hurt my friends, right?
Yeah, the thing in his hand.
As long as he doesn't seem threatening, I'm going to sit there all proud of myself because I scared off the monster.
Okay, good. He said he's hurt your friends before with the device that he has in his hands. Go ahead, everybody, give me a smell check. We get a +2. All right, Marshall, you have this smell coming from the guy who's walking toward you. He smells of anger is his current emotional state. He also appears, threatening. Let's see, something about you just sort of raises your hackles, and you don't trust this person.
Ruffles still kind of in protection mode, is immediately now like moved himself to be in between the girl and the guy from the food truck walking up, and is now kind of like nudging her, trying to kind of push her down the street a little bit. May or may not be successful at all.
Yeah, I'll bark at Prince, and if I need to, I'll go and like bark in his face to get him to get out of there.
Okay. You start barking.
This is probably something that Marshall does. Like Marshall very much within the hierarchy tries to keep the peace, like from inner dog disputes, as well as just like making sure dogs aren't doing things that are going to get them hurt in general.
All right.
So that's the tone that is in your face, Prince, and like nudging you to get out of there.
I wouldn't say I'm self-centered, but I'm not one to go out of my way
I hit your note.
for others. But I know that when I've been in trouble, that you've saved my ass from getting hurt and gotten me food, so I would definitely listen. So.
Alright. Well, the two humans.
Yeah, we scurry out of there.
All right, the little girl and the larger male human starts exchanging words, and she gets really nervous, and she turns and starts running into the park. Completely, she's dropped Ruffles' leash. She doesn't have all of it. She's got like her book bag cradled to her, and she's running into the park.
Oh, Ruffles is right there with her. He turns and goes, and is off the leash, but still like right there at her side.
Alright. She runs, you guys, the other two of you can see her as well running. Corso kind of instinctively starts chasing after her. He's not growling, he doesn't look like he's trying to harm her per se, but he's following behind very intently, her and Ruffles. She runs.
Yeah, I wanna follow as well, but I'm giving fucking Corso as much shit as I can possibly bark for not doing anything.
Okay. He kind of snaps at you very angrily as if to try to put you in your place as you start trying to give him shit.
I'll continue to do it until he snaps a second time.
Okay. It doesn't take too long before you get that second snap. She runs and finds one of those like little like slides, or not slides, but those like kind of jungle gym thingies that is up a little bit high, and it's made of plastic, and you can't see colors, but if you could, it's red. It's a darker form of gray, if you will. And she hides. She climbs inside of it. It's a little tall. You might think that Prince would have to try to jump to get in there, but the bigger dogs are easy. It could jump to get in there if they wanted. And she just starts hiding up there. You can just hear her sobbing, and you have that fresh smell of blood still in your nose.
Ruffles like is trying to jump up there. It's almost like laying on top of her, like kind of protectively, like he's like right up against her and almost like laying across if she was to be kind of laying down.
All right. Yeah, she'll
And
kind of.
what are the humans doing? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, the one guy, the guy from the cart did not follow. No one else over here seems to really be paying any mind, or they either didn't notice or have already forgotten and just decided to move about their way.
Okay, the one with the device that hurts. Stop following them.
He did, yeah. You took off and ran, and he was not about to chase after her. You hear him calling after her when she started running, but he does not follow.
All right, then I'll get closer to the jungle gym as well, to see what's going on.
You can just hear the light sobs and kind of these big huffs, and after a while, she kind of cries herself out, and she lays her head down on Ruffles' fur, and looks like she's about to fall asleep.
Oh no, she's bleeding out.
All right.
Do we have any fries left over? Can I give her a fry?
She did drop her bag when she climbed up in there. You can start ruffling through it if you'd like to see if there's some fries in there.
Yeah, I mean she gives me stuff and it makes me happy. So maybe if I give her something, it'll make her happy.
You start pulling stuff out of her bag and start dropping it, like lurking fry. You do find several fries down at the bottom of the bag, because that's what fries do, hang out at the bottom of a bag, right?
Yeah, I want to get those in my mouth and then like get my front paws up there and throw her some fries.
You eat 4 and give 3.
I mean, I don't have hands. I'm sure a couple of them inevitably get chewed or swallowed, but I'll spit whatever I can out of there.
Alright, you do that. She like reaches a hand out and just like rubs your nose and your ears, as if she appreciates it. Alright. So she gets very quiet, and you hear just kind of this like very steady breathing after a while, and you guys just gonna hang out and watch her? What's our plan?
Do I know a street dog?
Do you know a street dog? No, I don't think that you as a dog know a street dog. You can try to find one if you want. If you want to go for Help Lassie, by all means.
Yeah. Want to run back to the farmhouse and yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna look at Ruffles. This is his human. He'll know how to take care of it.
Ruffles has no idea how to take care of a human. He just knows that he's supposed to be near her and not let anything else get to her.
Well, all dog eyes are on you.
Except for mine. I am currently sitting in my ass close to you guys, but I'm still looking for food.
I mean, you can also rifle through her bag if you think there might be food in there.
No, because it's already been searched. Like, all the stuff's been pulled out.
Yeah, and there is a small bag of something sugary.
But would I smell it through the bag?
You do smell it through the bag.
And that bag doesn't exist anymore because I ate it.
Just bag and all. Just wolf it down.
He's smuggling sugary treats. Like, freaking, yeah.
I'm not a skinny dog, okay?
Alright. You guys wait there protectively for a little while, and as you do, after a while, a human approaches. It may seem like forever for you in your doggy life, but it's not very long really in human terms, as your girl is sleeping. This human has a medium gray hair. She has a light complexion about her. She is wearing very tight clothing that smells of like that stench of like manufactured goods of plastic and what should be leather but is not. It smells very off about her. But she approaches very calmly and makes soothing noises to Prince and tells him to come here. And she also has a paper bag, and inside is smells of delicious.
Oh, people with paper bags are the best.
She takes out something brown and smelling delicious and throws it to you.
I will immediately eat it without any worry that it might be poison, because
Maybe
I
why
have
would it
never
be?
worried about that.
Yeah, why would it be? Alright. So
I
you...
judge your intentions.
Yeah, I was just gonna say if you want to, you can. Yeah, absolutely. You judge intentions.
Just looking for it on the character sheet.
It's what? I believe it's your willpower.
7
and-
dice.
Yeah, there you go. 7 dice. Nice. Alright, her... It seems like she wants something from you. She's talking to Prince in low tone, she's feeding him, she's petting him, and she's
Oh,
trying...
he's gone. I know he's gone.
He's gone. There's no way you
He
can...
will follow her to the ends of the earth now. It's up to me to decipher the situation.
Alright. She starts approaching you as you're sitting there, judging her with your head probably cocked to the side, sniffing the air.
Yeah.
And she comes up and she also tries to hand food to you. It didn't kill Prince. She seems nice. So
I'll sniff the food.
it smells of like the meaty flavors that Emily often gives you. The small human.
And my judge intentions, it doesn't seem like she's hostile.
No,
You said she wants something from me?
she seems quite friendly even, calling you good boy and slowly like reaching out one hand to stroke your fur. She drops the burger on the ground. Has that
Do you have anything
delicious
shiny
flavoring.
on her? Maybe like on her bicep or like her right breast?
She does not have anything shiny on her, but you have seen her before. Do a memory check. What do you got for memory? 5 dice?
I remember.
Oh, you remember before hits? Yeah. She's often in this park. She tends to loiter around the tables over there, and sometimes she's with more loud, ruckus people, males and other females. She seems to be alone right now, though.
Alright, I'll like bat at the food to get her to drop it.
They will often throw food to Corso and we'll yell at you. But otherwise, one of them's thrown a bottle at you before, but this one in particular has never done such a thing to you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll bite.
Right. Having fed you and Prince, she looks in the little house that is currently Emily is sleeping in with Ruffles probably draped on top of her. Ruffles, I mean, you're suspicious. This is a stranger. She's whispering to you and trying to feed you and calling you good boy and telling you to come here.
Ruffles is not moving. I think that he's just, his ears are up and his tail is kind of just straight. It's not wagging. He's not acting aggressive, but he's like with his training, he's not moving from on top of Emily.
Alright. Let's see. Let's see what I got for Ruffles.
Shoot him with a 9mm.
No, not exactly. Oh, she was trying to do animal handling on you. And seems to be very ineffective. She seems like she's snapping her fingers and giving you commands, and none of these are registering in your mind.
I'm just gonna tilt my head. My ears are kind of cocked a little bit.
That doesn't seem to work. She seems to be calling now. She's turned her attention to your human. She seems like she's trying to wake her up. Without reaching in there and, you know, touching her or anything like that, because that might be threatening to you.
And Ruffles will kind of lean over and kind of lick Emily on the cheek a little bit. It's kind of a friendly kind of, you know, wake up. What's going on?
Okay.
Something new is here.
Okay. All right. Emily wakes up. Her face is all stained. Her face is salty when you look at from the tears where she's been crying. And she wakes up and she looks at the stranger. And the stranger and her exchanging words. The stranger is smiling very sweetly. She looks happy and calm, and she's speaking in kind of low tones, kind of the same tones that she was using with Marshall and Prince. And after a while, Emily kind of pushes Ruffles off a little bit, and she tries to get up, and she takes the woman's hand and tries to get out of the house. The woman starts escorting Emily through the park. You guys want to follow, or are you going to stay here?
Yeah, Ruffles is right there beside Emily.
What's Marshall and Prince doing?
They finished the snack.
You have finished the snack, and she throws you more. And she looks at Emily and exchanges some words, and she looks at all of you.
I mean, this is interesting. So I feel like I might follow. That puddle's not nearby, though, is it?
The puddle is on.
Wasn't this near where I was?
Yes, this is not
looking for it?
This is not
Playground?
too far away from you. In fact, the puddle is in front of you, behind them. As they kind of turn and start slowly walking that way, it would be a good few meters in front of them, in the direction they're heading.
And that dick with the rocks isn't there anymore?
The dick with the rocks does not appear to be there anymore.
We'll follow, but I'm gonna take a second to hit that puddle.
Okay. Alright. She takes Emily in with one hand. She's got Emily. Emily's got her other hand with the backpack. They didn't bother to pick up all the stuff like the destroyed sugary snacks that the prince stole. She starts kind of escorting her back across the park in the opposite direction of where Ruffles and them originally came from, and towards sort of the parking lot where there's all those big machines, the big loud noisy machines that are either terrifying if you're a dog or potentially a lot of fun to ride in if you get the chance, depending on your view of people.
Does Ruffles recognize we're going the wrong way? I mean, is that something he would know?
Roll navigation. You can default
I don't
intuition,
have navigation.
I believe. Yeah, then this is, it's all a direction. People seem to always know where they're going, from your experience.
Alright.
Alright. So you start to cross the playground. You get to the puddle, Marshall. They walk past it, completely ignoring the puddle. As humans, these humans don't seem to be interested in it. What would you like to do now that you've gotten to the puddle?
Just like stop in front of it, look down into it. Is it completely muddy, or is it enough that I can see my reflection in it?
It's not as muddy now that the small one with the stick has stopped stirring it, and you do look down and you see another dog.
I'm gonna hit it in the nose.
Alright, it shimmers for a minute and then starts to come back with some ripples in it. You see that other dog staring back at you.
I try to bite it.
You get a mouthful of acid water and it tastes disgusting. It's awful.
Oh, that's the shitty part. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna spit it out and then run to catch up. A fucking dog and its acid fucking fur. One of these times though, I'm gonna fucking get him.
You get near to the parking lot. You do see the trash can that has previously been destroyed. Prince, you no longer smell the delicious smell inside of it. You imagine that
Aw.
bastard rat probably took it.
Bastards.
Yeah,
There
maybe.
was like 8 of them.
Eight. You should take vindictive devil rat and get that rat back one day. The rat with socks.
It does sound like the villain. If there was a devil rat villain, it would be the one that wears socks.
It's canon now. The devil, Prince's mortal enemy, is the devil rat with socks. All right. You see, the woman escorts Emily to a. Ooh, how to describe it in dog terms? A vehicle of sorts. It only has 2 wheels. It has a very small back seat on it. Ruffles, you would recognize it as something, normally the one your master has a sidecar on it, and you get to ride with it. But this one's thinner than that, appears rougher, and you see...
He's like circling the thing, looking for the sidecar. He's like, where do I get in?
Yeah, you don't see the sidecar on this one. You don't know how you're gonna get in. The woman straddles the thing, holds on to the front horns of it, if you will, and the little girl kind of looks at Ruffles, looks at Marshall and Prince, and back at the woman, and back at the 3 of you, and they exchange some words.
Ruffles barks a little bit. Just a nice kind of short woof.
The other 2 of you.
I'm just watching. This is weird.
I-
The little girl doesn't normally leave with this woman, right?
No. You've never seen them interact before.
I know these things like drive along the street, right?
You do. It is a vehicle
Then-
of sorts.
Then I'm going to look very sad and let out a short little half whimper and be like, but you could have more food. Don't leave.
I want to bark at Ruffles and get his take on this.
Ruffles is not happy at the moment. He doesn't really know what to do. The woman hasn't posed a threat, so he's not going to attack her, but this is not right.
No. So after much looking back at you and like she seems very confused, Emily finally takes the woman's hand and climbs up behind her and holds on to her waist as the awful sounding machine starts to start up, creates a horrible
Ruffles will
racket.
start to bark more urgently, more frequently.
You start to bark more frequently.
Oh no,
Emily looks down at you and as you're barking, and then comments to the woman, who smiles very sweetly and tells you to sit. Oh, let me see if she's got any animal handling. I could pull this off. Did I do that backwards? I did. Alright. Let's see. What would animal handling be resistant with? Probably composure?
Would I recognize her as someone to give me commands?
Oh, that's a fair point.
I don't think I would. I mean, as far as all the training that Ruffles has gone through about being able to train to be a bodyguard and train to use armor, I don't think he would recognize her command at all.
Go ahead and do a composure with a +2. This seems against your training. I probably should have given her a negative. That's fair. But you are domesticated. Should make animal handling easier. She appears to be an authority figure. You got 8 dice for your composure. Alright, you seem a little confused. Maybe cock your head as this woman, clearly with some authority, tells you to sit, but she's not your master. And kind of hesitate for a moment, and in that moment of hesitation, the vehicle begins to move.
Ruffles will start barking again and follow after it.
Give me a running check. What is everyone else doing? Ruffles starts chasing after the bike.
I am looking to Marshall for guidance. So I'm not really sure, because unless it's involving food, my short legs and whatnot, I normally don't run.
I mean, we had a good thing here, right? Like we were getting steady treats, and
Yeah,
then she
but-
got attacked by a bird. So I don't know if she'll be coming back. And then her dog seems concerned.
yeah, but he's always uptight, and she always eventually comes back with more treats.
Yeah, I don't think we can chase a thing. I don't know. Let's try. This the park's boring, anyways.
Corso does start chasing after Ruffles and Emily. Um,
That's good enough. I'll bark at Prince and see if I can't beat him to the bike.
Alright, go ahead and do your running checks. Nice. Alright, Prince is a little stubby. He's got the stubby legs, but Marshall and Ruffles keep up with each other. Let me see. Just out of curiosity, how fast Yamaha Growler will go. Okay. So you guys keep pace as it gets through the parking lot, but once it hits the open road, it's starting to slip away from you. Do another running check you can. Alright, Ruffles is doing his best to keep up. Let's see how many hits how fast do you go when you get 2 hits on a running check as a dog? Oh, it's a +4. Excellent. That seems silly. So Ruffles, you're running, let's see, like 32 meters, something like that, every 3 seconds. I think you're as fast as a Yamaha Growler at top speed.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright,
I
Marshall.
mean, that last one looks like there's 16 by itself.
Yeah, Marshall falls behind a little bit as Prince passes him. I imagine Prince is probably excited. This is the fun of chasing something, regardless of why we're doing it.
Hey, we're tied right now in overall running checks, right?
Oh, that's fantastic. Let me see. I think a Growler at running rate can only go 40 meters. Yeah, so yeah, you guys are starting to. It's still slipping away from you. But you're doing your best to try to keep up with it. Go ahead and give me another running check. See how you do.
So I'll say, with 4 meters per hit, I'm actually going faster than it.
I guess. So. Are you? Your base is what, 24? Yeah.
24, and I had 7 hits on the running between 2 passes.
Yeah. You're running about as fast as it is. The second one. All right, Ruffles, you're keeping up with it as this woman is driving away through traffic. You guys start trying to dodge and weave as she makes a left and is now in kind of past the park, and there's actually a lot more cars now. You start trying to dodge and weave as cars are honking as the dogs are chasing this Yamaha Growler. Marshall and Prince, you're starting to fall back just a little. You're losing it. You can still see them up ahead, but you're not quite keeping up. Ruffles, over on the other end, is actually 4 hits again. You are keeping pace with the Growler.
I feel like he's still barking as he doing this. Has Emily noticed I'm back here?
She does. She keeps looking back at you, kind of nervously, as you're still running next to her. Let me see. Let me double check something. How long can you keep this up? You can do body
consecutive
running
turn.
for 10 minutes, then take fatigue damage as you're doing long distance running.
I think it's a sprinting at this point. It's that's a little bit different, isn't it?
That's true, it is sprinting at this point. I think it's still long distance running. My cheat sheet does not have the sprinting things on it. I think it's per body combat turns. Is that what it is? Sounds familiar, right?
Characters are allowed to make a maximum number of sprinting tests equal to half their running skill per combat turn to a minimum of 1. Then suffer fatigue from running, page 172, if they sprint too long. That's...
Yeah. How long can you do it for? No, so okay. It's just
You want
it's just
to take our first break here?
Yeah, let's do that. I need to run and get some water. Anyway, so we will take a quick break as you guys are now chasing a Yamaha Growler down the street as your small human is on the back of it with a larger human who is driving. So, we'll be right back.